Now we're going to go, I guess, like I said, these are in no particular order. But I guess I'm going to go to, my third favorite, which is the Stoned Ape Theory. Now, those of you who are familiar with Joe, every time I see that picture, it makes me giggle. Those of you who are familiar with Joe Rogan knows that Joe Rogan is really into the Stoned Ape Theory. And, I find it interesting as well that the idea that, early primates, like this little fella here, found some of that, what is they, Amanita muscaria? Sometimes I really miss Hill Hippie. Yeah, he would know. Yeah, and psilocybin. So these, what I like is that the monkeys don't usually ponder something they're about to eat. They usually just pick it up, sniff it, and then eat it. And I mean, they'd sniff it, and they'd obviously pull it off a poo, and they'd be like, "Oh, it smells like poo, but I'm going to eat it anyway," because that's a monkey. All right, so the idea is that by ingesting psilocybin, by tripping their balls off, these monkeys, somehow developed a capability of like higher brain function, which led to the evolution of our human brains as they are today, which I think is an incredibly interesting concept. After all, it's like some people compare like the fruit of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil could be the psilocybin mushroom, because after they ate from the tree, Eve was cursed with the childbirth. That means that she was passing bigger and bigger brains, poor women, bigger and bigger brains, making childbirth even more horrible. And so, but because of that, we've developed the, ability to use tools, language, computers, as far as we've gotten, based upon a couple of monkeys tripping balls. All right, expanding their mind. Now, this also opens up a lot of interesting concepts in the sense that if humans take lots of mushrooms now, if they take a lot of psilocybin now, does that mean our brains could become even more evolved over time? And if that is true, and if the stoned ape, Sign
me up.
Yes, I mean, sign me up. But if this stoned ape theory is true, and which would correlate that if we ate a lot of psilocybin mushrooms, that it would open our brains even more. That very concept is this concept that actions that you take in your life can somehow rewrite your DNA and change the way your species develops. That means that we have the capacity to program ourselves, to program the way humans evolve. That's a very, very big thought. That's bigger than the Stoned Ape Theory thought. But that's where this concept leads us. And that's why I like this theory. It's very interesting. Listen, I'm going to tell you straight up, drugs are bad. All right? Don't do drugs.
With the possibility of the next generation.
But if science can learn something like, for example, psilocybin has had like some effect in treating people with migraines and so forth. And I think even like, what's that called? Palliative care, people who are dying, they'll give them like psilocybin or DMT or something like that, and it'll like ease their death anxiety. So I think that there are if science is allowed to like truly study the effects of these kinds of drugs and find out where it could all lead us, absolutely, let's do that research. I'm not saying the research should be like it is with marijuana, where it's just like the heaviest strain of marijuana ever created on every street corner in the United States, which I think is kind of a terrifying thought. I know what weed is. I know it's cool. But all day, everybody all day, what a nightmare.